Hi, I'm in my field as usual. I've been busy tidying up. I fixed my fence. I didn't think I could do it on my own, and then I tied a bit of rope to a pallet down the bottom, slid it through the two at the top, pulled it round to the other, stood on the pallet, and pulled it back up so it's uprightish. Do you like my uprightish fence? Anyway. So it's tied to those pallets there, which is brilliant, isn't it? I thought I'd done a cracking job. And then I've sort of attached that bit of fence in the gap. I mean, it's just brambles and shit behind, it's horrible. But I've attached that bit of fence and I've just tied it together sort of thing with string, really. And it looks like it, doesn't it? I mean, but it's tidier than it was. So I'm just trying to sort of tidy the place up. I was going to just show you this. I'm just going to show you through there, look. Now, there's someone puffing and panting running up the road there. Can you see that? That's a little bird box that my friend Billy gave me when I first got the field. And I put it up here I don't know, I put it up here last year, I think. End of last year. And it, well, perhaps it was in the summer. Anyway, I didn't see any use out of it last year. But there's blue tits in there now. And they've got a nest. And I don't know if they've got babies, but I can hear lots of chirping. This is my crap pile. Where I just store its old bits of cage, and there's an old fish tank in there, and there's a whole load of wire mesh. But it's all rolled up, and it's all, you know, where I know where it is. There's some branches, because I cut a load of branches off, and there's a big bag of cardboard. Oh, God, let me zoom you back out. There's a big bag of... Oh, God, I can't get to zoom out. Here we go. There's a big bag of cardboard, which you can see there. And then I've just got flower pots and crates and things, which I use in the summertime when I do my salads. And there's a bit of pond liner at the back in a solid cement bit of bag. And yeah, so it's just all my rubbish, but it's kind of like my fenced off bit, if you see what I mean. And I thought, because it's got the bird box in there, if the little birds come out, the little babies, they could fly in between that mesh. It's quite big, and nothing would get them. They'd be quite safe in there from any predators. I thought that'd be quite nice anyway. So yeah, so I've been busy. I put the cage down there on the floor, and I bung a handful of corn, mixed corn, in there at night because I've got some spare, and it's got a couple of water bowls, and I presume it either attracts mice, or I've seen some mice, little mice. I haven't seen any rats at all this year, which is really good, touch wood. I made this. Can you tell? I got some plastic, so it's going to be used for something else, but for now it's a cold frame I've made, sort of, and it's just, I'm not using it anyway. I might as well balance it on there and make something out of it. So I've done that. So when I've got some tomatoes or something, before I put them outside, I shall put them outside in there. There's some rhubarb in flower. There's a big pot of nails there, and it's where, when I empty the fire out, because I've been burning pallets, I sieve them first. I sieve the ash first, and the nails go in there, and it goes off to the recycling. I've got a little compost down here. I loved my flowers, I really did, and the dandelions will all come back. I'm not worried. I've tidied up around here. Look, so I've covered my bottle barrel up. I've just tidied up, and it's all kind of tidy around here. I'm going to put my hammock up soon. I move the stairs and cut the grass, and I cut the grass all the way around again, and I think it looks proper nice. And then I've made my compost over here in the corner, and there's a whole load of stinging nettles I've just pulled out as well. I've still got my radish, but it's falling apart. I keep on bashing into it with stuff, so a bit of a shame really, but never mind. Anyway, so there's my radish. I've got my corrugated iron down on the floor, and you might wonder why, and it's because I'm trying to attract slow worms to eat the slugs, because, pallets and stuff, which will be used for something else. Everything else I've just chopped it back really, just cut the grass super short. Another rhubarb in flower. Sylvester Steve's looks rubbish. I'm going to have to take him down, and I'll have to do a little project and put him back together so he spins round and round. He doesn't scare the crows anyway. I think he welcomes them. He's a welcome crow man. Is that it? I don't know. Anyway, poor old Steve. His beard's awful. Look at him, he's trashed. The wind's taken its toll on him. artichokes growing. We'll have a look under the board. There's never anything under the board. And there's nothing under the board. But there is a ladybird. Look. Everyone loves a ladybird. You know what it is? Is it a two spot? It's more than a two spot, is it? Oh, I don't know. It's pretty. They're all coming out of hibernation. I expect they've been out for a while now. And they're all out here eating the aphids in my field, which I think is wonderful. My pond looks like shit. I'm not going to show you that. I've dug around the edge and I've put things in. Just tidied it up a bit. Tidied the whole field up, cut it all with the lawnmower. Just take you up and just quickly show you around the pond if I've got time. My aloe had babies and these are all growing. There's a fig underneath. This is Marguerite. There's some fennel there. This is purple loosestrife. There's a load of aquilesias coming through. There's what's that called? Euphorbia. Then there's all these down here, which are evening primrose. These are just the stems from last year and the seed heads, and I still think they look really pretty. The goldfinch came down and ate all the seeds out of them. The mallow's still growing, and the chamomile. This is chamomile here. It smells wonderful, and it's got this little daisy on, and it's spreading. And then there's this thing, and I got this out the same garden as this. I just take a little cutting or a little stem of it and put it in. And this was on the wall, so I put it in. And isn't it pretty? Look at those little flowers, aren't they beautiful and dainty? Anyway, I like them. This is beautiful as well. So, little daisies. Later on, it'll be big daisies. There's a whole load of... That's dead. I shove things in. If it's got two chances, if it takes, it takes. If it doesn't, it goes on the floor. That sounds bad, doesn't it? But I'll just throw it over there. So yeah, there's lots of mallow. This one's this is a teasel, and I leave them because they have a they grow up and they're quite structural, and they have like a water bird bath bit in the middle of, like in between each stem. I'll show you later on. Isn't this beautiful? It smells as well. It's scented. It's gorgeous. Some dead sedums underneath, but they're coming back again. More teasels. This looks like it's dead, but I've chopped it back, and I'm hoping when we have a bit of rain it grows back. It's this sort of salvia. It's called hot lips, and when you cut it back, it produces the hot lip, and when you don't cut it back, it goes white. I've just looked over there, and there's a little fish there. Now I thought they'd all gone, but that's a baby, like a little baby. It's not. That's a white cloud minnow, and it's the same as the ones that are in the pond inside. But I just didn't think there was any left in here, and I've just seen one. So that's quite cool, isn't it? I don't know where I'm pointing it. There we go. I don't think you can see that, it's too far away again. Anyway, just thought I'd show you. The yuccas are doing really not very good because it's not really rained and I've been quite lazy. We'll go around and we'll have a look. This is just a big buddleia. I left it in because it's a buddleia and it attracts the bees and the butterflies, and why not? There's a load of azaleas underneath, there's a load of curry plant underneath, there's a load of foxgloves. There's this beautiful rose, and I've done nothing really with it. Kind of hand deadheaded it. As you can see, look, there's still a few bits. But it's going to come back into flower any minute now. Let's hold you there a minute. Just so I can just re-deadhead them. This one, if you weed around it, it produces a white flower that's slightly scented. And if you don't weed around it, it produces a white flower with a pink edge. Isn't that cool? Found that out last year when I didn't weed around it. Lots of teasels, you can see repeats of everything. These are pentstemons, and underneath it's a osteosporanum, which is like a sun daisy, and it's I suppose it must be well it is, it's sort of Mediterranean one, or it goes down to a colder temperature anyway, so you can see there's one flower just over there that will probably open up in the morning. There's quite a few weeds as well, and loads of forget-me-nots, and I like it, so there. Yeah, that's about it really. Powerhouse is going, solar's doing its thing. I've got gooseberry bushes all coming back into leaf, and I've got some black currants there as well. and the other ones are just dotted about in the garden. There's a load of gooseberries here, blackcurrants and gooseberries and raspberries, and I think there's a white currant somewhere. There's a few herbs as well, as you can see, raspberries and all that. So yeah, that's what I've got growing on in my garden. These are all radishes, but they're so pretty, I just like them. So I've left them. There's actually a load of foxgloves and a load of marguerites in here. And I need to take them out and plant them around the pond so that they don't take over this bed, because I like this bed back to grow things in, like edible things. So there we go. I covered that with the cloche stuff because of the fact that the rabbits and the birds were eating the kohlrabi. But there's a few growing through, so it'll be nice to see them. Anyway, hope everyone's well. I just wanted to bring you around and show off my lovely tidy field. Nice one. Cheers.